Okay. Hey, Nautilus, how are you doing? Thank you for the hydrate. I guess, hi, welcome back to more Persona 5, blah, 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 YouTube shit. We just finished, Size Palace, the casino. And we just got captured, and we're back at present day now.
Guess the drug was too strong. Wake him up. No dozing off. You still don't get it, do you? Give it up! Come on, cooperate. What? You want another shot? Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence?
Of course not.
So you're not that dumb. Which is good. Because we get to take as much time as we need. Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works.
Technically, shouldn't that be murder?
All those crimes were led by a punk like this. And you seem to be enjoying every second of it. Huh? You should know your place. Sign here. It's a confession under your name.
I understand.
Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand. One must take full responsibility for their actions.
You better be taking a lot of responsibility for beating the shit out of me then.
Excuse me, but this area's off.
I'm Nijima from the public prosecutor's office.
The prosecutor's office? What business do you have here?
Just let me through. It's urgent. There's something I need to confirm with the suspect.
Nijima-san, I believe this case is no longer in your jurisdiction. Besides...
You prosecutor sign Nijima? There's a call from your director. Hurry and get it over with. To be frank, you're being an inconvenience.
I thought I ordered you to stand by.
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm not even being allowed an interrogation?
I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up.
I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is my case.
Good luck to you then. I won't be expecting much though.
Prosecutor, I forgot to mention something important. Your time will be cut short. We can't permit you to talk with him for long. It's for your own sake. His methods are unknown. After all, we don't even know if it's safe to simply meet and speak with him.
So we're gonna leave the syringe on the floor in their interrogation room.
Well done on making it this far, inmate. Now that you have traversed your long, perilous recollection, you truly have entered the present.
The effects of that drug are gonna wear off soon. This is your golden opportunity. You must grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
The evil influence who wishes you dead is fast approaching.
If you want to win this unreasonable game,
If you wish to take back your stolen future, recall the bonds you formed with your allies and grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
Ha 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 ha.
Igor's just vibing.
I see. So that's what led to your ending up here. What a disappointing end to the hero of justice. I still can't believe it. But I now have a general idea of the methods you used for your crimes. There's much more I'd like to ask, but my allotted time is nearly up. I do have a suggestion, though. Care to strike a deal? If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your sentence.
Deal?
I have a responsibility to solve this case. I will win, even if it means brokering a deal with you. Your operation was leaked and you failed to change my heart. There's no point in being obstinate now. You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very existence. You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty, unless you accept my proposal. Going forward, I will read a list of people who are closest to you and this case. Tell me honestly whether or not the following are involved with the Phantom Thieves. First, the friend who you've been with since the day you transferred to Shujin, Ryuji Sakamoto. One of the victims of the Kamoshida case, An Takamaki. Ichiryusai Madarame's pupil, Yusuke Kitagawa. The daughter of Wakaba Ishiki, Futaba Sakura. The heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and daughter of its CEO, Haru Okumura. And the frequently probing student council president of Shujin Academy, Makoto Nijima. Those are your accomplices in the Phantom Thieves case, are they not?
Never heard of him.
So you won't sell out your friends. Then let me change the question. I find it hard to believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes by themselves. Were there not others outside of your direct group who encouraged your crimes or lent their aid? Not to repeat myself, but remember that your life will be forfeit if your sentence is not lightened. You had the cooperation of people outside your group, did you not? Can you tell me about them?
There are no such people.
I see. So you won't speak a word about either your teammates or your collaborators. Do you even understand the position that you're in? Let's discuss one other person, Goro Akechi. There are reports that he was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves as well. Might he be a part of your team too?
Not a catchy. He's my
So
boyfriend,
Goro
not my
Akechi
teammate.
wasn't one of you. Very well. So be it. You clearly have no intention of bargaining with me.
That's right.
Even now, you're still acting as though you're a hero of justice. Your teammates have sacrificed you in order to escape, yet you wish to defend their honor? Why won't you talk about them?
It goes against justice.
Don't be ridiculous. You're not the one to decide such things.
You call this justice?
Justice? Then tell me, what is this justice you speak of?
Saving others.
Saving others? What an awfully simple response.
Simple but effective.
You continue to stand firm. Are you implying that we have no evidence on you? You're right. We have nothing. And it doesn't help that your story sounds like a fairy tale.
I was gonna say, you absolutely don't. There is no chance in hell that you have any evidence.
But many people have fallen victim to this. We need to learn the truth. The truth, huh? I don't even know what's right anymore. And it's all due to your strange story.
About the true culprit.
After all this, you're still...
Drug is starting to wear off.
Are you listening? The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
Won't be deceived. Feel like I'm forgetting something important.
You realized it too then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Hey, can you hear me? It seems your mind is clearing up. But unfortunately, my time has run out. Although I find your story to be quite interesting, I won't be able to speak with you any longer.
You're giving up?
Huh? What are you getting at? That's right. No matter the results of this case, I won't be receiving credit. I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
Interrogation room. That's right. If I remember...
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into go? Nijima mentioned a special interrogation room, didn't she? Good. It looks like we can make this work if we lure them there.
Hey. Hey, are you listening? Our time's up. We're done talking here. Goodbye.
Why did you come here?
Why? Because this is my job. Don't ask me such odd questions. Anyhow, there's one last thing I want to ask you. There's something that's been bothering me for some time now. Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this investigation and was told to remain on standby. A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act, within some bizarre phenomenon. But that was all I was told. You were told someone sold you out, correct? If that's true, who could it have been? Don't you have any idea?
Sold out. That's right. And there's something I need to do.
My suspicions were true in the end. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out. All that's left is to figure out a way to hand it over. It's all up to you, leader.
Alright.
Okay then. Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done. We'll be counting on you to pull this one off.
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as to who sold you out?
Sorry about that. I'm starting to remember.
What do you recall? If you know something, you must tell me. I won't allow things to end like this.
The phone.
You mean this? I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of time until it's cracked. What's so important about this smartphone? Are you going to unlock it and show me the data?
Let's let her sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta figure out a way to show him the phone.
Show it.
That's right. I'm sure Makoto and the others told you about it. We need to show it to the true culprit. You know, the traitor.
Hey! What are you trying to get at here? And what about this smartphone?
Show it to the true culprit.
The true culprit?
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple. and thus the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life.
Please. I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to?
Not a teammate.
Not a teammate? My God. You're referring to him, aren't you?
You need to trust me.
What are you plotting? I can't even begin to fathom it. But it appears my time is up. This is as far as our conversation can go. This will be my last involvement with this case. Very well. I've listened to your whole story, so I may as well play along to the end. And that honest look in your eyes. I used to view the world the same way too once. I'll place my bet on you. I just need to show him the phone, right?
Feel as if Say finally understands me. Say, Sai?
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath.
Wait, shouldn't this only be at like rank
Thy
6?
bond shall
What?
become thou hast awaked.
I thought that Judgment was sitting at like rank 6.
All right. All right.
Satan.
I'll be going now. What good will this do, though?
There he is.
Akechi-kun? Why are you here?
Why do you seem so surprised?
I needed my director to step in to get access, and I was directly responsible for this case. How did you get approval?
For the same reason you did. I am heading up the investigation team after all. It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate our culprit as well, don't you think?
They assigned you command?
That was a joke, of course. I'm merely here to assist with the public security interrogation. I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here, yes? Nobody would ever know if things got a little violent.
If I remember correctly, didn't you say there was another culprit besides the Phantom Thieves?
That was but a lie I spread to set them up. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had deceived you too, Sai-san. After all, if you wish to trick your enemies, you must first trick your allies.
So it was you. You're the one who sold out the Phantom Thieves. I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to? My God. You're referring to him, aren't you?
Is there a problem?
Akechi-kun, does this phone look familiar to you?
Hmm? Excuse me? What is this phone?
It belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I believe you'll need it for your investigation.
Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves myself, remember?
True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment. Good luck in there.
Foolish woman. May I ask that you accompany me? Going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer makes me uncomfortable.
Huh? What are you...
I owe you for all of this. Thanks. That's right. You and your little friends were vital to our plan, and now it will be completed. Your popularity truly was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worthwhile. Have you finally pieced it all together? Case closed. This is how your justice ends. Shido-san, my job is complete.
I've told you not to call me by name. Regardless, all that's left is to deal with the remnants.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his guidance.
You know, I'd say that this is untrue, but they're literally incapable of fighting you if you go down for of fighting for you, even if you go down for like a split second, so maybe he's got a point.
I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out. I'll need to prepare my comments on the matter.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end as well. Beyond that, what of the director of the Special Investigations Unit?
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
No, it can't be. Even me. God damn it. Shit.
What was all that about, showing him this phone? The Phantom Thief Alibaba? Who is this?
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I inquire as to your justice, Sai Nijima.
How do they know I have this?
Goro Akechi is evil. He didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief.
Hey Dash, how are you doing?
He came to kill him.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Doing tired.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well. Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps to take. You must save him.
You want me to save him?
Huh?
What is it?
Nothing. Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Did anyone else stop by?
Have a good night, Dash. Thanks for swinging by.
Nobody?
There'd be no reason for anyone else to come down here.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So it's all true.
Of course it's true. Is something the matter?
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Huh?
I've been asked to handle things instead.
You? But...
You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody. Forget this ever happened.
And now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be a young man who's...
Can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idle thing, you know? That cool?
That dude's voice actor sounds like Junpei.
Considering how quickly they announced his arrest, the police must surely be confident in the outcome of this case.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now. It's been a while, Ryuji.
Huh?
You stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering the number of charges brought against him...
I wonder if something happened.
Yeah.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling it today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Normal, right?
He's just a high school student. How do you think he was contacting the others?
The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still a mystery. Regardless, the police are looking into attempted murder charges.
You never turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one Phantom Thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
We also received information that the young man was placed on probation for assault.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now. That Phantom
Why are you
Thief
still
could
hanging
never
out with
have
him?
changed anything. Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have breaking news. The young man being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
Custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
It would be difficult to uncover his methods now. Perhaps that's why he decided to take this course of action.
It can't be.
kidding me? We got him.
Gosh. When I played Persona 5 for the first time,
it would seem as though you have been killed.
Getting, like, I thought for the entire time, right up until that bit with Ryuji, that I got a bad end, because I knew that Persona 5 does have a bad ending. I thought that I fucked up in the dialogue choices. And so it threw me for a loop. One, getting shot in the head by Akechi. And then two, like, you know, you go through all the Phantom Thieves and all that. And then it flips it back by being like, ha, by the way, this is all part of the plan.
But why were you killed? Why did you have to die? Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important fact while your consciousness was hazy. Indeed, your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom. What a tremendous plan. How might you be capable of executing such a feat? Well then, let us rouse the memories which are missing.
First time I sensed something was off. That's right, it's during the school festival.
Hey, they're going. You realized it too, then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
He's up to something.
Probably. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station. There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice. This whole deal feels sketchy.
We should be careful.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get everyone on the same page right away. There's something else we want you to look into. One more person has been on our mind. If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation. That'll be tough.
We really need it.
Right. It's a necessity.
I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone.
So it's impossible even for you. I didn't say it was impossible. Okay, I've got a plan. That's perfect.
And what kind of plan?
An incredible one.
Taba's gonna do something? Wonder if it'll be okay.
This is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
I see. So we're going to use this place.
It'll be a gamble.
I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
It seems you finally remember. This game is not over yet. There are still things that must be done.
Memories are starting to become clearer. That's right. This is what really happened to me at that moment. They arrested one of the Phantom Thieves? No way. I didn't expect him to commit suicide. He's a murderer. He deserved to die. Finally breathe easy now. He killed himself, huh? So we'll never know his motivation. I'm exhausted. Feels like my consciousness is about to fade away.
Hey, are you alright? Don't fall asleep until we reach our destination. Are you listening?
Could this be the effect of the drug wearing off? The memories I thought were gone are starting to come back.
Are you listening?
I am?
Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation.
Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive.
It's on a completely different level than just that.
Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns. His offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill him. If we go into Sis's palace as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces.
To think he would be this far gone. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace.
If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment.
So, this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us.
He made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him.
And he told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time!
The whole time he was working with Makoto's sister, he was really just some homicidal maniac. Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it?
No. Akechi is merely a tool. His orders come from elsewhere. The grand mastermind behind this all. An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect inside of a police station.
Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi.
But what means do we have of learning his identity?
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us.
I think that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately.
Damn it! So we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion.
But if we go into the palace like we're told, he'll get arrested and then Akechi will kill him.
Palace. The palace. Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding...
Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage!
What's this all of a sudden?
There's a way. A way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity.
Really?
You gotta be kidding me!
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him? That is, inside of a palace.
Yes. We could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one.
Yeah, that's it!
It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation out.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're her sister, correct?
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's here.
Hey, you big bastard!
How've you been?
Ghostly.
You're not floating.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell Boss what really happened?
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec. Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else?
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
Akechi messed up.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff. So what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
You mean a cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Sorry, was that supposed to be a joke?
Sojiro is just so far out of the loop with all of this quote-unquote explaining. He's lacking critical information.
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
The pancakes.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here!
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
The line.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one after all.
We got lucky.
That said, we weren't so naive to overlook something like that.
That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
I pretended to be interested in
That's why we asked Futaba-chan to commit a crime.
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app. My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly.
Clearly, this ace detective hasn't ever heard of an SSD.
Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act! After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Is this for real?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes.
Ace Detective? More like Ace Defective. Sorry, that's from Persona 3, but...
On top of that,
Junpei
there's someone
Iori,
else
Ace
commanding
Defective.
Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
Hey Sachi, how are you doing?
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing.
That brings back memories.
You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was
Nice,
seriously
better battery
impressed
life.
by that suggestion.
To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it.
We had to trust him.
And it was absolutely the best decision we could have made.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis.
Makoto, you are not Akechi's rival. I am Akechi's rival, and he is my boyfriend.
The reason I joined the Phantom
Hey Squiggles, how are you
Thieves
doing?
was to heal your heart, after all.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us.
We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room.
Yeah, the boss fight happened at the end of last stream, Squiggles. I actually really liked it. Like, genuinely, I liked that boss fight.
Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
Fell asleep like an hour in, that's
there
fair.
was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, It was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse. Except that was all an act. We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand and merely acted like we were taking the treasure. This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
All I needed were the coordinates.
Seems like she used the laptop to remotely access the metaverse. Asking her about it now would drag the conversation on too long. I should talk to her later. as if the conversation isn't already running long. It's been 52 minutes.
Thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
I couldn't see it either.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
You only have experience with Futaba doing that.
We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
True.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
Don't remember. Drugs.
Understandable. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
A short time.
I've kind
Series
of
of
figured
bald
out that
backlog,
you guys
yeah.
made Akechi kill a fake. But what did you do about the body?
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence and even drugs is utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm
truly glad you made it back safe.
It was close.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against...
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash. Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you. You saved me, after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know. Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped. Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together to talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
Coffee Dad. Is it time for actual gameplay? Nope.
That sounds familiar.
It's me, Akechi.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
And on to our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido? Feels like I heard that somewhere.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Who?
I believe he's a politician. Remember, Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Huh?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes. Mom.
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this, just based on the connections I had from my previous job. I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do, so I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes Prime Minister? What about the world?
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. It ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
Based.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
Diet building?
We got a hit!
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
We have to.
Hell yeah! Nobody against it?
Of course!
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's win this together.
Time for revenge!
Then it's unanimous.
All we
You
gotta
didn't
do
ask
now is figure
Makoto.
out what he thinks that diet building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the diet building after school.
That reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
We'll be making use of
We're
the
just
police
gonna kill
statement
him.
that the leader
Right
of the
here,
Phantom
right
Thieves
now.
committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We're intellectuals, you know.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
But the true battle has only just begun. We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic, and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Let's just conveniently recap our entire criminal history. Casually. You know. Just for fun.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests.
That's just a true statement. Like, that's not even like an evil monologue statement. That's just a factual statement.
The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals, which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
After
Wait.
that, the current
Oh,
administration is dead.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing. With ongoing scandals, even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned. The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the chosen one. Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Well, how do I put this?
Looks like things have finally settled down. Life's gonna get real busy for you starting tomorrow, right? Get some rest.
Well then.
The chief's right. Let's take it easy for today.
My voices might be a little bit off. For a little bit.
At any rate, I'm glad you're back safe and sound. But even that's putting it too lightly. You had it rough in there, didn't you?
Only a little.
Sorry.
Akechi was after you all along. I knew it was risky, but we had no choice but to depend on him. But thanks to your tenacity, you were able to fool him. It's payback time. Let's make him regret underestimating the Phantom Thieves.
So.
Oh, by the way, police report on your death isn't gonna show up at your school. No need to worry. Seems Prosecutor Nijima worked out some kind of deal with the higher-ups or something. I mean, they haven't said anything to me even. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine.
Well, how do
I guess they reported your death. Or I guess if they reported your death now, they'd basically be saying you were a Phantom Thief. They can't really go announcing that the Phantom Thieves are, or what the Phantom Thieves are, so I'm sure they'll avoid that.
Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip? That kinda came in handy.
How so?
Well, remember how I put that wiretap app in Akechi's phone? Basically, that let me see GPS info for 2 phones, yours and his. I'd be able to tell the precise moment Sai Nijima, who had your phone, ran into Akechi. That's when I saw my chance, and beep, sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator. But there was a chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single word. That's why we needed you to tell Sai Nijima to show the phone to Akechi.
This plan still surprises me no matter how many times I hear it.
Still, I couldn't just directly hack into the Metaverse Nav. It's a mysterious app after all. But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you have to do is push the button. Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable. Pretty good, huh? It may not have looked like it, but everyone else was risking their lives too. Though there's no doubt you were the most at risk. I mean, you actually got arrested.
And shot in the forehead.
But it seems like all the drugs and stuff made you forget the details of the plan. Want me to explain how it all went down? It might take a bit.
Oh no.
I guess that's understandable. You must be pretty exhausted. Just focus on resting up. You don't have to worry about anything else. And seriously, well done.
I'm gonna head back then.
Guess he won't be going to school for a while.
We got time off.
Don't worry about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together. To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well. I'm going to stay with you until the very end. Well then, we should get to sleep. You know, something that Futaba said before, when you were in a pinch in the palace. She picked up a reading of someone who came to your rescue. Was that...
It was Kazumi.
So it was Yoshizawa. Then we'd better let her know you're safe now. And I'll even lend you a hand with that.
Apparently Akechi arrested the leader of the Phantom Thieves. He's a hero. So glad Akechi's back. They catch the rest of the Phantom Thieves too. Really is amazing.
There's no point in even having an election. Shido's gonna win.
Of course, he's the only reliable politician there is.
That is a oxymoron. Reliable and politician don't go together.
After scandal. Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him. Like he can fix whatever problems we have.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me who does it. I just want to see our society back on track. Especially after it turned out those Phantom Thieves were nothing more than scum in the end.
I'll show you.
I heard you went home, so I announced it during homeroom. Are you okay?
I am, thanks.
You're alive? The news is reporting that you committed suicide. Call me when you can. I was so confused. But as long as you're safe. Don't worry about school. Just take care of yourself.
That's sweet. True that the leader of the Phantom Thieves died? Look at the police let him commit suicide in jail. Need to get their shit together.
Cut that out!
Quiet down. You're in class. Break's been over for quite some time now. I swear you're like monkeys in a zoo. Oh yeah. I received word from Karusu's family that he'll be absent for a bit. Jeez, what do you people think school is anyway?
It's almost time.
Hey, it can't be true, can it? Please tell me you're okay. I'm all good. Oh, thank God you're safe. The suicide report was all over the news, and Miss Kawakami said you went back to your hometown. I was honestly worried about contacting you. Even Sakamoto was dodging the question when I tried to ask him. But don't worry, I won't tell anyone. By the way, the fan site is a real mess right now. But I'll keep supporting you from the shadows. Good luck.
Hey.
Don't need to worry about it in here. Try not to do anything to draw attention. Anyway, today's the day off, so eat your curry and take it easy. You can take your time with it, too. It's not like any customers are gonna be showing up.
Okay.
Let's try and think of a keyword once the Chief's curry has energized you. Have you guys figured out the password or the keyword to Shido's Palace yet? I've tried all sorts of stuff, but no luck so far.
It is hard to understand the thought process of a criminal mastermind like him.
You know, I've been wondering, if he's behind all those mental shutdowns, doesn't that mean all the weird accidents from those past few years were his fault? Jesus. Like that subway accident back in April. Now that you mention it, that accident lost the Minister of Transport his job. Wait, are you trying to say Shiho caused that accident? But it's the subway. Does he not care at all about innocent lives?
This man seems to be truly unbelievable.
And supposedly there are still tons of victims from that in the hospital even now.
Masayoshi Shido. How many has he killed over the years?
How could we ever understand what goes on in the mind of such a horrible man?
Why am I so out of breath today? Hey, wouldn't it be faster if we just go there and try to think of it on sight? Let's try that.
If we're going to go, I'd like a Kira-kun to join, but... Will that be okay? Won't somebody spot him there?
We'll probably figure out the keyword in no time once we're there. Plus, I can throw off anyone who tails us with my blazing speed.
Alright, let's have a Kira-kun join us then. Remember though, we're going with the intent of not being seen.
Okay, let's meet in front of the Diet Building and force that bastard's palace open.
Alright, let's head to the Diet Building. Make sure you aren't discovered, okay?
You going out?
That's the plan.
You gotta be kidding me. You realize you're done for if you get caught, right? Ugh. The stunts you pull sometimes. Just don't stay out too late.
Akechi isn't here.
Let's begin at once. Police cars are making rounds, so we can't stay here too long.
You know, don't look suspicious, everyone. Just, you know, don't look suspicious.
We already have Masayoshi Shido and Diet Building. All we need is what he thinks of this place.
Maybe Mount Fuji, since it's the highest place in the country?
Conditions have not been met.
What about a mansion?
Since he's going to subjugate everyone as Prime Minister, perhaps a school?
Based.
What about an arena, like the Colosseum?
Imperial Palace? It's no good.
I thought we would have gained entry by now. Maybe we shouldn't have called you here.
Hey, you think he's guarding his whole palace with a barrier? Shido stole the cognitive science research, right? Well, maybe it had some special move written in it.
Is that even possible?
Who knows? I've got no idea.
There was nothing like
Squiggle.
that in the notes I saw.
Anyways, what kind of person is Shido? I can't figure him out.
I did some light research on him last night, but I couldn't get a grasp on the type of man he is.
That man over there is probably a legislator, right? I'll try asking him. Excuse me, I'm a member of the newspaper club at my high school. May I speak with you for a moment?
Sure.
What kind of person is Representative Shido? What's he think about the national diet?
His stance is dedication for country. It's how he's garnered everyone's trust. He's an admirable man of action, with a first-class determination. I'd say he's a model politician. I believe that he'll help create a wonderful future in which young adults like you can live in ease.
An exemplary answer. It makes sense he wouldn't tell teenagers anything unnecessary.
Look over there. He's on a walkie-talkie.
Wait, is it about us?
That doesn't look good.
We should leave at once. Tomorrow's the day off, so let's have an early strategy meeting. Meet at LeBlanc, okay?
We should all think about this tonight.
The criminals calling themselves the Phantom Thieves are no more. However, I believe that this country's citizens are still living their days in anxiety. These scandals only increase our distrust of the current government. As a citizen myself, I am enraged.
Look who's talking.
What does it mean to be a politician with responsibility? Working toward personal gain without consideration of the country is outrageous.
The election's public notification is tomorrow. But no matter where I go, people are cheering for Shido.
Everyone's being deceived so easily.
Tried looking up Shido's interviews online. They all sound so goddamn fake. I checked his profile as well. but I couldn't find much outside of his title and education. He's currently 53 years old and has gone from being a metropolitan assemblyman to a representative. Though he is a cabinet member, he's split from the ruling party to form the United Future Party.
And Shido's a cabinet minister? For real? He was specially appointed to the position. That's his current title.
Apparently, he also won a contest for who people would like to have as their boss.
Even the news sites write about him as though he's assured to become prime minister. If only we could find out the meaning behind Shido's words.
In order to save this country that has been tainted by villains, social reform is essential.
And what's with all the love for Shido? I bet no one knows the truth about him, but it still creeps me out.
I can't go anywhere. Fun. We're going to work out.
Oh, you want to do it? Yes!
Pick imported protein.
Now, let's carry out our plan. Okay.
Okay, see you, Sechi.
Nice going.
All right. All right.
Well then.
An end to the case, just like Shido-san said. Can't go wrong with leaving things to Masayoshi Shido. Shido-san's gonna be in the election too. Politicians like him are promising. Akechi is bae. Thank you, fan site comments.
As your physician, I'd like to confirm something. And please contact me as soon as you see this.
I'm still alive.
And stop making me worried. I'm glad you're okay. I just got nervous when I saw the news. Well, I'll be at the clinic if you need any medicine.
It's nothing but the Phantom Thieves on TV. Oh, that's right. Aren't you all supposed to be gathering here today? Make sure you finish eating before everyone shows up. I don't want to make any food for any of your friends.
It's almost time for a meeting. I wonder if anyone's figured out the keyword.
Last one. Diamond mine.
No good.
How many do we miss?
Perhaps he truly does have a barrier up.
Right?
That's not something to be excited about.
We know all the way up to Diet Building, too.
So you enter keywords into the Metaverse Navigator.
Boss, can you turn the TV on? Shido might be on it.
Sure thing.
Goro Akechi.
Him and his stupid composed face.
So, Akechi-san, is it true you
Stupid,
withdrew
sexy
yourself from the
Akechi.
media as part of your plan to capture the Phantom Thieves?
I truly apologize for causing such a stir. Honestly, it required a lot of courage to openly oppose them when their popularity was at its peak. I mean, people often lashed out at me online and whatnot.
Then was it also your plan when you said they weren't at fault after their popularity declined?
That was to catch them off guard. I could say I applied my profiling knowledge.
You caught me off guard, because I didn't remember you saying anything like that.
Once they lost public support, someone they thought was their greatest enemy lent a hand. That's the same strategy used in romance, wouldn't you agree?
Why is he being treated as an ace detective of justice?
It's not just on TV or online. Newspapers, magazines. I see his face everywhere.
On the other hand, no one's hoping for our comeback on the fan site. Like, at all.
Boo-hoo, I got cyberbullied.
Phantom thieves are evil. Shido and Akechi are just. It should be the other way around.
They're manipulating information using the media.
Leaving
Got
Akechi
cyberbullied
aside,
for not liking
we'll
the
get
Phantom
back at
Thieves.
him later.
Yeah.
Our main issue is Shido.
It's just like real life. There are far too many people that are like, you know, you have to like the things that I like, otherwise you are factually incorrect. And like, my first mistake is continuing to stay on Twitter.
Were there any instances before when you didn't know the palace keywords?
Well, there was the time with Futaba.
We didn't know anything about her, so all we could do was make conjectures.
Then why don't we just go directly and see Shido?
That's impossible. He's surrounded by bodyguards and followers all the time.
There's no way high school students can get an appointment with him either.
Well, we do have an adult with us.
No, that's still impossible. Besides, that's too dangerous a method.
Played this game for the first time during lockdown. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I've mentioned it on stream before, but when I played Persona 5 Original for the first time, I no-lifed this game super hard. My first playthrough was about 97 hours. Let's see, how long did it take me to finish it? I think it took me about 2 weeks to finish this game. And I put 97 hours into the game in 2 weeks. Only 97? Yeah, I was reading, like, so something about me when I'm streaming versus when I'm playing games casually, unless it's like really good voice acting, like the thing is that my brain tends to have like a disengage between it disengages between the spoken dialogue and the written dialogue because I read the dialogue so much faster than the actual like text, and so I tend to skip through the text a lot when I'm playing casually, which is a sin by my own standards, but at the same time it takes so much time. Played Royal and you think your first playthrough was 130 hours? That's about how long to beat tells you it'll take.
Well, this is a problem.
What's with the ruckus outside?
To everyone gathered before Yongen-Jaya Station.
Isn't that an election campaign car?
Oh, right! The candidates are currently campaigning.
That voice.
I apologize for the commotion. I am Masayoshi Shido.
Wait, did he just say Shido?
Yeah, he did!
Convenient. Sounded like the same voice I heard back then.
Man, talk about being lucky! We can go check him out without an appointment now!
Hey, Ryuji ran off toward the station. This way. Hurry! By the way, did something happen? You didn't seem well a moment ago.
I hope Ryuji doesn't try anything.
We will be counting on you.
We'll stand out too much if we all go together. Please investigate on your own, Akira.
And so the one behind the death of Haru's father might be out there. Please check it out, Akira. I'll just wait here and bide my time.
Now is the time to rebuild this crumbling nation. Our government is littered with scandals, and criminals have taken a strong foothold in our society. Such a disgraceful past must be discarded. We must set sail into a new future of dreams and hope. So our children who carry the burden of the next generation can be proud of their country. So our nation can once again become a powerful one with abundant wealth and luxury. So our beautiful home will be acknowledged as the best country in the world. I humbly ask that you cast your vote for me, Masayoshi Shido.
Nah, I'm voting for Torinosuke Yoshida.
I hope to continue serving you all.
Is that the guy? You guys wait here. I'll go get intel for us.
Wait!
Hey! Yo, Shido-san!
Stand back.
I just want to talk to him for a sec.
He's a busy man.
The hell? Ain't he supposed to hear a citizen's comments?
That's enough, Brad.
You're that asshole we met at the hotel before, at the elevators. Oh, I'm sorry. So you can butt in front of other people if you're in a hurry?
What are you talking about?
That moron! Come on, stop!
But these guys...
Hey, kid. You don't want to know what happens when you cross me.
That voice.
It seems the customer base has changed since I was here last. Have they started a daycare? This ain't a show. Get lost, kid. Damn brat! I'll sue!
The most iconic quote. This man. There's no mistake. He's the same man as the one before.
What are you looking at? This country is filled with clueless children. I worry for Japan's future. Let them go. My next appointment is coming up.
What a piece of shit. So what do you think after seeing him in person?
He's why I got arrested.
Wait, he's the jerk you told us about before? The same guy? For real? Seriously?
You're sure, aren't you? Shido's the one who ruined your life.
Holy shit. I don't believe it.
Let's get going, okay?
Shido's the guy who set you up?
What kind of fate brought you two back together?
Plot convenience. Is it just coincidence?
Talk about a destined connection.
Shido was involved in the cognitive research too, right?
This can't be dismissed as just a coincidence.
God, what the hell's going on here?
Shido was already a politician then, yet he sued a student and ruined his future? He must have pulled some strings so that his name wouldn't be mentioned. Furthermore, he also would have had to force that woman into making a false statement.
He would do anything. We're talking about a man who ordered a hit inside the police station.
He can't sit still until he crushes whoever opposes him, no matter how trivial. He's always been that way.
What a piece of shit. Children are the future, my ass! What he's saying and doing are completely different!
But now that we found out who did it, can't something be done about his record?
Once the courts have made a judgment, overturning that decision will be difficult. It'd barely be possible even if proof of innocence is presented and Shido admits to his crimes.
At any rate, we need to trigger a change of heart in him.
Be that as it may, Shido's outer appearance and his true face are wholly different. It's beyond hypocritical. It's as if he's an entirely different person.
He speaks about the good of the country. It makes me wonder what really is on his mind.
That man's full of ambition to rise in the world. He only thinks of the weak as stepping stools for his success.
He treats himself as an elite man while looking down on others. That's the worst.
I assume the keyword for what he believes the Diet building is will be despicable too.
It must be something self-centered and completely different from politics.
Someone like him needs to be punished as soon as possible.
Let's head to the Diet building again right after school tomorrow. I feel we'll get it this time.
Stewing over it won't get anywhere. We have to do this.
The guy behind everything turned out to be your arch enemy. What an oddly poetic twist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and those clothes. You'd stand out if everyone else was wearing their school uniforms. It might be a good idea to wear your uniform when you head out. I want to leave.
Oh, you want to do it? Yes!
Oh. Moist protein.
All right. All right.
Well then.
Might as well get that little extra bit of HP. Seems like there will be a higher voter count in this election. It'll be a total easy win. The Phantom is famous from the Phantom Thieves business. He's on track to become Prime Minister. Guess I should be on Shido's side.
I've actually been paying attention to the news lately. Aren't you proud of me?
Don't you leave it on hoping that Akechi will be there? Well, not that I blame you. He's a real hero, and a real stud, too. I think Masayoshi Shido is even more amazing, though. He's the first politician I've ever believed in.
Oh, I know Shido-san too. It sounds like he really wants to improve the country. Can't they see they're being lied to? We have to do something. It's not true that the leader of the Phantom Thieves died, right?
Everything's fine.
Thank goodness. There's no way the Phantom Thieves could be defeated. Man, it's such a relief to hear things are okay. Well, if you need anything, I'll be at the arcade. I hope this isn't checkmate.
It's a reverse pin.
Thank goodness you're alright. You're such a bad student. Hiding the pieces isn't allowed, you know. Well, if you need anything, I'll be at the church.
Got a chat message from Yoshida, too. Phantom Thieves have been on the news recently, so... I was wondering, how are you doing? Are you going to give up without accomplishing your goal? No problems here. So you're okay? That's a relief. I'm expecting great things from the Phantom Thieves. If you need anything, I'm happy to help, my comrade. Feels pretty weird seeing you around on a weekday. You're taking off tonight, right? Sheesh, you're such a risk taker. Listen, make sure nobody notices you, okay?
We have to do something about the keyword for sure this time.
You know, why have we never let Boss into the metaverse for just a split second so that he could hear Morgana?
Suspicious of us last time, so we can't stay here for long.
But we still have no hit.
Think it's a barrier after all?
Where'd your enthusiasm from yesterday go?
Shut up. The real game starts at 2 outs.
Enough chatting. You should only be thinking about the keyword.
The citizens are secondary. He only cares about his own well-being and that of his lackeys.
He wants to become Prime Minister, even if it means trampling on others.
Fortune, rich people. Hey, can you think of anything based on what you've heard from him? Just try saying anything. It doesn't matter if you guess.
Incompetent fools like you just need to shut your mouths and follow where I steer this country.
Steer?
Is it a ship?
It was a match?
What? The Diet Building's a ship? What kind of scenery will that be? The actual building's on land.
I can't even begin to imagine what it will be like.
Well, whatever it is, looks like there are no barriers.
Oh, shut up! Let's hurry up and go in.
Are we clear of the guard's sight?
Get closer to the wall just in case. Alright, do it.
Get closer to the wall, just in case. But we're not actually gonna move. We're just gonna sit here while I say this, and then use the app anyway.
Did anything change? We went in, right?
Security guards seem to be gone, but it's difficult to tell for certain. This seems to be similar to what happened with Sis's palace.
But this time, the Diet Building remains unchanged.
The gate wasn't open earlier, though.
Wait, look! Mona's appearance is different.
That means we're definitely in a palace.
Come on, let's go take a look.
How's it look over there? See anything?
Nah, it's totally normal.
I'll check it out.
Huh? What the heck?
What's up, Futaba? Futaba?
What is it?
The hell?
And this is nothing what the actual palace looks like.
Even though this country may sink, he alone will survive. That's what this cognition is about, huh?
This is bullshit! A country that children can be proud of my ass is completely sunken in his head. If a guy like this stands above everyone, we're seriously done for.
This is beyond ridiculous.
The same goes
Purple
for
and blue.
Akechi. He should have seen this scenery as well. Yet he still aided Shido.
What in the world is he thinking?
Whether it be for glory or for simply a reward, my father died because of someone like this.
We gotta sink Shido instead of this country.
A palace with not just the center of the distortion, but the entire country sunken. I can't believe there's someone with this tremendous of a desire. Be careful. This will be completely different from past palaces.
We're definitely gonna take his treasure.
Business as usual.
Come on, what a lame way to start this off.
No? I think that's how it should be. We haven't failed yet, so if we calmly give this our all, the results will surely follow. We must put an end to this by December 17th, the day before the elections.
Let the infiltration begin. Time to pay him back for setting us up into a trap.
Wait.
Our clothes aren't changing. I guess that means he doesn't see us as a threat yet, huh? Speaking of that, shouldn't Akira have been disguising himself on the way here?
Seeing someone in a disguise with a bunch of kids in school uniforms would be super weird. Well, we won't have to worry about any of that once we steal the treasure. Let's do this.
Oh. Oh, wait. I was about to say I need to swap Akechi in.
Indeed.
Masayoshi Shido's palace. I wonder what awaits us within.
Let's go find out. It's time we begin our infiltration. I understand why he might already see us as a threat. But why are even the passengers wearing masks?
They're trying to be the Phantom Thieves like Noir was with that beauty thief stuff?
That's quite enough.
It looks like.
Whatever the reason, it reflects Shido's mentality. Surely he doesn't view others normally.
You're right.
Given the insane nature of his distortion, I'm surprised they even look like people.
Maybe don't wear your school uniforms when you're doing recon for your secret vigilante group. Yeah. To be fair, at the very least, An and Ryuji have very heavily modified school uniforms.
It's very likely we'll end up in battles from here forward. Be on your guard, everyone. What an odd costume. Is that what young people are into nowadays?
Can I just say, I think that this dress is cute. Who are you? I don't think you can talk to an honored guest, you can talk to an honored guest of Mr. Shido so casually.
Huh? What?
Joker, an enemy.
It's attacking us with all these people around? You can do it, Morgana. I believe in you. Belief revoked.
Go down. Persona.
Nice moves, Fox. Persona. How's this? All right, get him.
I didn't notice that until I looked at the stream replay. That palm tree in the background of the battle scene is going ham.
Oh, is this a show of sorts? Mr. Shido never fails to keep his guests entertained.
Indeed. Those privileged enough to be on this ship are all on the winning team.
What is with these people? Why do they not feel any danger after what they just witnessed?
It seems they think no harm will come to them because they're here on Shido's ship.
They're not even sensing the danger. Come on, let's make him see what this ship really is.
I just noticed a thing in the scenery here. That poster. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Oh wow, they're just like plastered around up here. Oh. My, that was quite a show. Are you entertainers?
Hey. Joker, we should go. It would be a problem if we started drawing attention to ourselves.
There's a chest. Joker, let's open it.
Show me your true form.
That was just weird. I don't know what it's gonna do. Luna, aim!
Persona! There!
Let's go! How's this?
Why did you get 3 turns? What? Oh, great.
Persona! Not finish you. Luna, aim! Luna's health is low.
Persona! You're mine.
Knocked him right off their feet. Nice, Joker. Do you need some backup fire? I need backup. Smash it. You're so cool.
Why did I get... Okay.
Some other way.
It should be easy if you stay focused.
Go ahead.
All right, on to the next.
Mediarahan.
Much obliged.
How undignified.
Time for revenge.
Goemon, strike!
What's your weakness? You're on a roll, Fox. How's this? Let go.
That's rude. I didn't even do damage to you.
Hey, stop doing your own thing. Nice. Good work, everyone.
Okay.
Ow.
Very well. Next.
Also, I'm surprised that we're, like, still here. I totally thought that we had to wait another day before we could actually progress here.
Take caution.
Show me your true form.
Now's our chance. This enemy is beneath us. It should be easy if you stay focused. I'll finish you.
Crit, please.
Luna, aim!
Persona! You're mine. Persona! Die!
British.
Surprisingly tough.
An enemy frozen. Let's shatter it. Good work, everyone. Okay, let's move on.
I'm sad that that killed. I didn't want to kill it. I wanted to knock it down.
Huh? They weren't a big deal at all.
There's a treasure chest.
Somewhere. I'll reveal your true form.
That's a shame Joker can only use one down shot.
Don't lose. This enemy is beneath us. It should be
You have to be weak to, like, fire, right, Narcissus?
Do you see that scared one? Psychokinesis
Yeah.
would be perfect now. Knocked him right off their feet. Nice, Joker. Knocked him right off their feet. Stand still. Nice, Joker.
Lend me your power.
Shy. Please be extra nice.
What was the cause of my defeat?
I see. Here.
Rude.
So long.
It's time to pull out.
The heat dries out their skin.
All right. Focus.
Probably.
Show me your true form.
Now's our chance. Beat him up. Persona. Zoro.
taking over. Goemon, strike!
You got him, Fox.
Do not
One
move a
enemy
muscle.
hit the ground.
Talk to you. Lend me your power.
It looks suppressed. Don't trouble it with more info than it needs.
Sure would.
What did you say? Do you accept?
Join together. That would mean that you become me and I become you, correct? Occasionally wish to pamper myself as a reward for working hard. How would you do that?
I will compromise.
Really?
Careful.
How's this?
Oh, you piece of shit.
Let's go.
Fine then, you've sealed your fate.
All right.
I handled that.
Why did that voice line cut out?
I have something.
Show me your true form.
Nails are cheap. Beat him up.
Oh, you have counter. Fun.
You're mine.
Joker, you missed.
Let's go. Goemon!
You did it, Fox. Give it up. That Shadow's no happy camper. Be serious and don't make light of stuff.
Youthfulness. Or look at your mask, the more strange it look. Why do you wear a mask to fight anyway? Ugh, come on. This palace is so huge. Yeah.
Good work, everyone.
This palace is massive. Apparently the new one in the third semester is like twice the size.
Focus.
Which is insane, because Shido's palace already takes forever to beat.
Joker, there's a treasure chest. We can see it.
I'm slowly but surely working my way to being able to make the unlimited lockpick right at the end of the game. And here is the door that we'll be working the entire palace toward being able to open.
This is...
I can sense the treasure's presence. It's that way. Let's go, guys.
I can feel it.
These huge doors are obviously suspicious. Wonder what's through here.
There's slots to stick in something like a key card. Whoa, there's 5 of them.
475 people in favor. 0 against.
I hear something.
Since there is no one against the plan, this bill will be unanimously passed as drafted.
Past? What's going on? Was that Shiro's voice?
If this truly is the representatives' chamber as written, beyond here must be the main assembly hall.
The what now?
It's that large conference room that's usually seen on the news.
Oh, that thing! Gotcha. So, what are they doing inside?
Most likely a meaningless vote. One in which whatever Shido proposes will always go unopposed.
So he's doing whatever he wants by keeping only his supporters in there.
What do we do to get in, though? Should we find these keycards?
Maybe we need some kind of qualification. One that vows to be his follower or swear loyalty.
So basically, we need to prove that we're on his side.
Let's pretend.
You sure move on quick.
But what's this qualification thing about?
Why don't we ask the guests on this ship?
That's dangerous.
Asking around doesn't sound like a bad idea. The guests here are the cognitive versions of them in Shido's mind. They'll know any secrets he shared.
True. You have a point.
That said, the ruler here is that evil Shido. It wouldn't surprise me if they did turn hostile.
Right. Yeah, wouldn't they attack us?
We should prepare for the worst, of course. But I think we'll at least be able to talk to them. This ship is most likely an Ark loaded with those that Shido believes are worth keeping alive. It'd explain the luxury cruise ship. I doubt idiots who can't even hold a conversation would be here.
We can at least gather information. It helps that everyone's wearing masks. We'll blend in even with our attire.
He must believe that no one shows their true face to anyone else. Just like him.
Well then, let's split up and ask around.
Why did they use Haru's
Well then.
normal cut in there?
It looks like everyone's taken off to go gather intel. There's no doubt. I can sense the treasure behind this door. It looks like we've already hit the jackpot. Let's go talk to the others.
Party cannot count. There is 4 slots on this door.
One of the VIPs used to belong to nobility.
Yes, that must be why he can enter the sacred place. I heard he's not easily seen either.
But why would someone of his stature always be by the poolside?
Well, he must like it there for some reason, but I don't think it's the swimming.
Hey!
Beyond this door is...
There's an extra in the middle?
Beyond this door is the VIP area, and the main assembly hall is a sacred place. It looks like we can't get in unless Shido accepts us.
Where?
I have something.
Oh, you have the elegance and refinement so sorely lacking in the ordinary citizenry.
My, such flattery. A high-class aura emanates from you as well.
So you noticed.
Most certainly.
Hey, these guys totally ignore me when I try to talk to them. They look that much like I don't got any money? Is it because of the skull mask or something? Wait, what? Is that what that's supposed to be? Oh my god, that... I don't know why. For some reason, my brain has always registered these 4 black slots above the card reader as the slots they were talking about, not the 5 card readers, because I didn't ever see the other ones in the lion's mouths.
Hey!
Is this a map of the ship?
Nice.
We'll definitely be able to use this to our advantage. Let's take it with us. I'm not entirely sure how to speak to the people here. I either remained silent or spoke in simple pleasantries during Father's business relations. You're some kind of sadist for making me get info from complete strangers, Joker. But I'll do it. I'm going to avenge my mom. My, even Mr. Oe is a VIP?
I just saw him at the restaurant. To think an important politician like him has been invited here. Well, support from the political world should mean mental shutdowns are as viable as ever.
I'm quite envious. I wonder if there's any way I can get to know him better myself.
If you wish.
Hearing people talk so casually about the mental shutdown business makes my head spin. But it seems as though we need a certification from 5 VIPs to become a special customer. And these people are willing to share anything. Perhaps it's because their faces are hidden? There's a shadow. Causing a commotion might ruin our ability to gather intel. Let's leave it alone for now.
Thank you for the hydrate, Squiggles. So is that the president of a TV station?
Indeed. Mr. Shido has quite a large circle of acquaintances.
Seems you have to be at least that important to be considered a VIP. I'm truly envious.
Why don't you go play slots with him? That might get his attention.
Indeed.
It appears these people all want to be accepted as one of Shido's special customers. By the way, I've learned some information on the VIPs. We should discuss later.
Well
then. We've gathered a good amount of info. We might want to regroup and go over it all now. How did it go for all of you? Not great, but not bad either.
Well, I was able to get a bit of intel as well. We should sort through what all of us gained for now.
Well, I took a look at the map we obtained earlier and found what appears to be a safe room. Right here.
Whoa.
Oh, it's close.
Perfect. Let's go over our intel there.
Joker.
Joker, we gotta head over to the safe room so we can, like, discuss and stuff.
Huh? Is there a safe room around here somewhere?
Still, this is a surprise. All the cognitive guests in this palace seem like real humans. The casino earlier looked pretty real too. But talking with these guests was a whole nother story.
You have that right.
This ruler's observational skills and insight are off the charts. Shido's a formidable foe.
Come on, no need to freak out.
I'm not freaking out. I was just thinking it'll be easier to make a plan since they can talk normally. Alright. Let's put together the information we gathered.
Huh. Gotcha.
So we gotta get a letter of introduction from the 5 VIPs.
And those letters become the keycards?
You're right.
Exactly. Now, let's go over what all of us have learned. First, according to my intel,
it seems
one of the VIPs is an influential politician by the name of Oe. He's supposedly seen at the restaurant at night and sits at a table near the window. I'll go next. I heard about a prominent VIP who used to be nobility. They said he's usually by the pool.
Please hear me out.
Next is my intelligence. Wow, that's not your voice. It seems that the president of a television studio is also a VIP. He always plays slots at night. It would seem he spends his money quite lavishly. Crap, I'm starting to forget people already.
Hey, listen!
Next is my turn.
For real? Even you got info?
Of course, I eavesdropped. Supposedly one of the VIPs is the president of an IT company. He's always in his room and reportedly enters from an exclusive hallway.
Listen up.
Well then, I'll close this out.
How the hell did you get info with your looks?
It seems some guy they call the Cleaner is another VIP. I've heard that he's cautious, so it's probably best if we check the other VIPs first. Cleaner? I wonder what they mean by that. Wait a minute. After all the VIPs we listed, this one's a cleaner? Is he really a VIP? Supposedly. I'm sorry, I couldn't get any information.
Me neither, so don't worry about it. Okay? Let's just work harder during the battle.
You're right. I'll do my best.
But there's a bigger problem, you know? My memory's, not so great. Anyways, who was who?
It's no use. I can't keep the profiles of 5 people straight in my head.
I can only remember about 2 of them. What about you, Joker? Really?
Memory is pristine.
Wow.
We're up against 5 people. The politician Owe, a former noble, a TV station president, an IT company president, and a cleaner. We get certification from them and obtain letters of introduction that'll serve as keycards. But only go for the cleaner after the other 4 have been dealt with, right?
Whoa, now that's impressive. You go, genius.
If we can't remember the details on the VIPs, let's reconvene inside a safe room.
All right, let's get this done quickly.
Hey!
Gosh, why? It always frustrates me when games do this, where it's like, you know, you go from a voiced scene to an unvoiced scene, then back to a voiced scene.
We know how to get into the main assembly hall now. Should we head home?
Huh? You wanna go back already?
There are people with special letters. Or here with special letters. That means Shido trusts them to a certain extent.
It would be best to consider them as powerful individuals. We do not want to get too hasty. Let us take our time here. No, Yusuke, we have to be done in 1 day.
Well,
I guess we do have a little time to spare. Well then, let's head back for today.
hey,
Hold on, Joker. We should leave for today.
Makoto, you are not the leader. I am the leader.
Okay.
Yo.
Oh, you're back. Wow. What was that? So this is it, huh? It's for Futaba, too. Thanks. Do what you need to. I'll try to help in any way I can. Just don't be reckless, got it? That palace is an accurate portrayal of Shido's nature. What do you mean?
I have to agree. I'm sure he's quite used to traveling, especially on extravagant ships. And it should be obvious he's not using his own money for it. There are all sorts of rumors online.
Oh, I get it. He's using tax money. Not cool, Shido.
I think he believes that which belongs to others in turn belongs to him. Even people's lives.
That is correct. This country will be a miserable place if Shido becomes Prime Minister. We have to stop him. Right. We gotta pay him back for what he did to Akira, too.
Hey! Hey!
You look tired. Well, we were in the metaverse after all. You're free to ask Kawakami to do your housekeeping. Just decide on what you want to do or what you want her to do before calling her.
What? I want to leave, Morgana. That frustrates me. Thank you for taking away my confidant ability for no reason. I appreciate it.
Hey!
I'm going to throw you down the stairs, little man. Are you ready for the punishment you deserve?
Now
Our enemies know about the cognitive world. Their guard is down, but we should be careful.
It's me. Sorry, I know you're tired. It'll be a sec, just hear me out. I've decided what I want to do with Shido after going into his palace. We can't let him run free. If there's a heart we gotta steal, it's definitely gotta be his.
That's right.
Yeah. Man, you knew this whole time, huh? I want to avenge you, that's a no-brainer, but that's not it. If we let him run the country, the weak will be totally effed. Isn't it our duty to protect them?
Protect them to the end.
Remember when I told you that heroes who lurk in the shadows are boring? Well, forget what I said. Those heroes are way cooler. Hey, once we change Shido's heart... no, never mind. Forget it. Let's do it. Let's steal that bastard Shido's heart. I'll do everything I can to make it happen. Thanks for listening to me. See ya.
Is there a way for me to break? I'm a sharpshooter.
Pain season has begun. But it'll be an overwhelming victory for Representative Shiho. I nearly read that as Shiho. Shiho is the actual big bad. I'm definitely gonna vote for him. Maybe I'll actually vote this time. There are many politicians who are like there aren't many politicians.
Hey.
It's almost time. Were you able to sleep last night?
Slept pretty well.
I'm impressed. Whatever happens, you always manage to just shake it off. You're finally facing off against your archenemy. I know you know this, but don't get impatient. But geez, it's been getting cold lately. We might freeze to death before we can change his heart. Let's look and see if we can find anything to help us get warm. A heater, huh? Oh, this is good. It's so warm.
Hey!
Once we take care of Shido...
What's wrong?
Well... I was just thinking, this might be the last job for the Phantom Thieves. Everyone's goals and ambitions, they're all linked to taking down Shido. That's how I feel. We all become Phantom Thieves just for our own reasons. We weren't just playing around. Outside of the Phantom Thieves, you also have friends who've been helping you. They believe in you. We have an important battle ahead of us, and we only made it all this way because of them. There's no guarantees we'll make it out of this, and see them as much as you can so you have no regrets.
Alright, I understand.
Akira, I'm with you, all the way to the end. This upcoming battle is personal, so we'll do it your way. Now you can fight Shido on your terms.
Cruz have been taking a lot of days off. Wonder if it's got something to do with his record.
Okay, quiet down.
I believe I mentioned this before, but Kurusu-kun is back at his family's home. It's a personal matter, so don't go spreading rumors. How long can we keep this up?
Hey, Rinwest, how are you doing? Welcome in.
We need to take care of things before we get caught.
Hey, are you sure it's okay for him to be down here working right now? I mean, wouldn't it be bad if a Shujin student walked in and saw him?
Don't worry about it.
Welcome. What did I just say?
Nah, still fine.
Senpai? You're not like a stunt double or something, right?
No, the stunt double was the one that died, Kazumi. It's the real me.
I don't know what's happening, but I really hope this isn't a dream.
Well, are you pleased? I'm the one who set this up. A little surprise from me to you.
Why didn't you just tell her?
Java to do me a favor.
And I asked Ryuji to pass the message along to Kasumi.
Why?
I knew you'd be wiped out for a while, so I made sure to give you time to recover first.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm just so happy.
No one cares about my scheme.
Well, it looks like you know what's been going on with him. Take a seat, why don't you? No reason to stand around. I'm going out for a bit to grab some groceries. I'll let you all get caught up with each other.
So you're Yoshizawa-san, right? Well, what's up? It's a pleasure meeting you. Yes, nice to meet you as well, Sakura-san.
Could you at least figure out whether to be polite or casual?
Shut up! Don't you underestimate my people anxiety.
People anxiety is real. Don't underestimate it, Morgana.
Mona tells me that you helped him out in that palace a while back. We're awfully grateful for that. Oh no, it was my pleasure. He's usually the one who helps me out. Not only that, I'd promised to repay his kindness to me, no matter what. What a refined response. Are we really around the same age?
You know, there's something I've wanted to ask you, Yoshizawa. Why were you in that palace in the first place?
That's... I was wondering that too. Of course, I'm extra grateful that you saved our leader, but if our plan had somehow leaked, then we need to change our tactics from here on out. It all started about a week ago, when we had lunch together on the roof of the school.
But that day's when...
I got the feeling that something big was going to take place that day, so... I'm so sorry. I was actually following you the entire time. Wait, we were tailed there?
We definitely had no idea about that. It's like night and day compared to when Makoto was following us.
Yeah, no shit. Makoto was like the absolute worst at following us, but damn, Kasumi just literally like D&D pass without a trace. She had +10 to stealth.
I've been considering for a while now. Perhaps I should be fighting alongside you if I have special powers like yours, Senpai. I wondered if an outsider like myself should even get involved. But I couldn't just stand back and do nothing.
You saved me.
Oh, it was nothing compared to how much you've done for me in the past. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not done here yet, are you? Then perhaps I ought to lend you a hand.
Well, we could definitely use the additional firepower.
Please.
But...
Thankful for her offer to help, but Shido is more dangerous than any of our previous targets. Think it'd be wisest to avoid dragging Kazumi into this fight. Of course. Of fucking course. We have to keep it the same because we can't change any of the animated cutscenes.
Senpai?
Appreciate the offer. Join me.
You say that, but...
Honestly, we have no idea what risks you would face. Our enemy this time is more dangerous than anyone else so far. Also, we pretty much brought this entire mess down upon ourselves, so... This is on us. We're delighted by the offer, but we really can't drag you into this any further. Moreover, you have something to do yourself, right?
I believe I'd be acting selfishly if I were to press any further. Very well. I understand your reasoning. If that's the situation, then I'll wait for you to return. But you have to promise me this. You'll come back safe no matter what. I don't ever want to feel as horrible as I did when I thought you...
See you soon.
I really do believe you. It's time I get going. I've got practice today, as usual. Well, be seeing you.
Man, sure must be nice not having to go to school. That aimed at me? Don't know what you're talking about. A dead man cannot go to school, you know.
This would all be for nothing if they found out he was still alive. Doesn't it suck to live like a fugitive, though? Always having to hide your face?
I can barely see.
Are you alright? You really needn't cover your eyes. Don't try too hard to hide yourself. You'll only stand out more. And that's always the hardest. Try hard, but not too hard. In any case, we're ready to put the plan in action. Now all we need is your signal.
Okay.
And so, you'll stand out too much during the day, so we need to go out at night. We're about to face our toughest target to date. Don't skimp on your preparations.
Hey, sorry to bring this up to you now. I know you have your hands full. The Phantoms can do it. I have faith in all of you. Anyway, here's the info I have. This one is cruel. There's a group of scammers out there specifically targeting old people. Apparently they're using some sort of spiritual mumbo-jumbo to trick them into paying up. How horrible. Or how horrible. It really is. Anyway, they keep moving around, so it's been difficult to reliably track them. Apparently the police have just stopped trying entirely. From what I've read online, their representative is a guy named Yoshihito Wakasa. I'm sorry I don't have any more info than that. Good luck.
It might be tough for us to go at a time like this, but the info itself is pretty worthwhile. If we have the chance to head into Mementos, he'd make a great target.
Oh. Do I still have my Eligor on me? Of course not. Of course not. Why not just check the compendium? Why not have an option where it's like, hey, you know, you don't have a persona of this Arcana. Oh wait, is Yusuke at level 9? I might not even need a extra. I might not need the persona. Yusuke's at rank 9, we don't need it.
Indeed.
The time has finally come. Have you decided on our plans for today? Let's hang out.
Why?
Are you sure we have time for that? What is your goal here? Slow down, Yusuke. You are correct. A nice break is necessary at times. Do you have time today? There's something I would like to show you. You see, I entered my piece into Kawanabe's competition. Moreover, it was accepted. The resulting exhibition is actually going on as we speak.
Let us be off.
Come, let us go. It is being held at the same museum as last time. Yusuke's painting won the competition.
I still have much to learn, but I finally painted something that I can be satisfied with. Yes, this is the true heart of humanity. The title is Desire and Hope. What do you think?
Turned out well.
I added aspects that were previously lacking. This light is all of you. The title lists hope, but in my mind, it's a much more concrete thing. I can't believe I didn't realize that until now.
It's a good painting.
Huh?
It's not trying to be eccentric for the sake of being eccentric, like the last time. To think the same painting can change this much. So this is the answer you've come up with.
It is.
Desire and hope. I see. Beauty and ugliness. Humans are creatures that possess both. It seems you understand that.
What are you playing at?
Provoked Yusuke on purpose?
I apologize, although my intent was to encourage you. It was rather crude. Still, I believe that this ploy needed to be done in order to ignite your competitive spirit.
But why would you do that? What's your objective?
I wanted to do something for you as another person who is free from Madarame's chains. That's all.
Huh?
Madarame held a grudge against me for supposedly stealing his customers from him. To start, I couldn't get anyone to rent me space for exhibits. He caused me no end of hardship.
So that's why.
Yes, the heart of man is painted with desire, even if it's coated entirely in black at times. However, it seems you have the strength to not look away from it, and chose to stand up against it. If only he had your strength.
Mean Madarame?
Madarame and I go back a long way. First as classmates, then as teachers at the same art school. He used to have a noble spirit. Said he wanted to aim for the top of the art world one day. But in the end, even the art world has its share of politics. Those who are cunning win. Our hearts were stained black in that manner. But the human heart is a strange thing. It can't completely separate black from white. I was shocked when I heard that he took you in. He never liked children, you see.
Oh?
This happened just before we cut all ties from each other. But I got a call from him. He was panicking that nearby clinics were closed and that his kid had a fever.
Sensei.
That was another aspect of him.
Yeah.
I don't want any more losers like me, or misguided winners like him being born from this world. That's why I started this foundation. So how about it? Would you like our support? Without the overbearing marketing production, of course.
It's a truly kind offer. Thank you for your generosity. However, I must respectfully decline.
Huh. What makes you say that?
I am not Madarame. I won't be stained by desire. After all, I can see hope. If I am lost, they will extend their hands. If I am wrong, they will chastise me. As long as I have my rays of hope to guide me, I will be fine.
Ha! Madarame really did have a good eye.
What a strange man.
You're a stranger, Yusuke.
For declining his offer?
No,
It
you're
is
just
a bit
strange.
wasteful of me to decline. Still, I believe it's for the best. I feel contradictory, but that's the human heart, correct? Interesting. That's exactly what I should be painting. It must have been troublesome dealing with me, but for some reason, I knew that you wouldn't abandon me until everything was said and done. Thank you, my friend.
A strong bond with Yusuke.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the...
All right. All right.
Odin. What skill will he learn? I don't even remember what Yusuke's upgraded persona looks like.
Persona within me.
Is this Susano O?
All right.
Kamu Susano O, yep.
Now that I'm out of my slump, I need to make up for the time I wasn't able to paint.
Careful, you don't want to burn yourself out.
I'll extend my assistance. I reiterate my promise to you. I'll extend my assistance to you, should you ever stumble. Now then, shall we go? In order for me to learn more about the heart, we need to work hard on our thief business.
Evade fire. Man, what happened to personas getting, like, immune to their... Like, I think P4 does it, where when you evolve their persona, they just lose their weakness.
Every news station has been running story after story about Shido and the elections. Akechi, too. I can't believe they're calling for him to be Detective of the Century.
Plus, they're treating the Phantom Thieves like criminals.
That side of things has faded a little bit, though, don't you think?
Yes, all the talk of the elections must have made people forget about the suicide news.
The main culprit is dead. Things are settled, and society can go on like normal. That's probably what people are thinking. I have mixed feelings about all this. I'm not saying they should talk about us more, but the sudden change in momentum is weird.
All we gotta do is hurry up and steal Shido's heart. It'll take care of everything, right? Don't get hasty. Yes, there's no knowing what may happen. Be sure to prepare well.
Well then, we can discuss this more tomorrow. Let us do our best.
This might sound dumb, but I forget. Is Shido's Palace the one that will time skip you forward? Or am I thinking of the next palace?
Oh, honey.
One of them time skips you forward immediately as you finish it.
Let's go, let's go!
Something, Operation Secret Lovers. This is wonderful. Going on a date is so much fun. You're a terrible actress. No damage, just play along. Blah, 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 blah. Don't think the chief would come all this way just to spy on me. Told him you're my boyfriend, so use this date as evidence. So come on, act like a boyfriend, but don't forget to keep feeding me the info, too. Seaside stroll with one of my informants, but my mom would cry if I went back to the country.
Thanks a bunch.
Sorry, I kind of skipped through that, but... Sorry I skipped through that, but it's like 99% generic text, so... Have you been keeping up with the election? I wonder if Shido-san's gonna take it all? We might be hearing the news about the birth of the Shido administration by the end of the year. I wish Akechi would run for office. He'd get more votes than all those incompetent politicians. I don't usually care about elections, but it's exciting when people are so into it.
Everyone's in danger. We need to make him have a change of heart soon.
Hey.
Okay, give me just a sec. I need to double check something. I don't want to go digging too deep, just because I don't want to accidentally spoil myself on stuff, but I need to know if finishing Shido's palace will lock me out from spending time for the rest of this chunk. Because some of there's at least one palace in the base game that basically is like, hey, by the way, you can't, if you spend time, you're basically fucked. Like, if you just go straight to the thing. You can't do anything other than just spending. Like, you spend time beforehand, and then it time skips you forward. And the game seemed to put, like, really heavy emphasis on it, so...
Hey.
Careful out there. Then again, I'm sure no one's gonna be looking for someone who's supposed to be dead. I do have a hermit persona.
Welcome back.
Yo, what do you want to do today, Akira?
Let's hang out.
But
Wait, wouldn't it be bad if someone spotted you? We're in the middle of our infiltration plan, you know?
Have a good night, Squiggles. We'll be fine.
Really? I guess I can't complain too much since you're gonna be hanging with me. You're free, right? And there's something I really want to talk to you about. It'd be awesome if you could make some time for me.
Hang out with her. I don't have my confidant guide open. Sec. Be wrong.
Okay. Let's go to your room then.
hey, listen.
And so, I emailed Kana-chan. And believe it or not, she replied. We even ended up talking on the phone about elementary school. And she even said the only reason she got mad about her diary was because she was embarrassed. Apparently she thought I would hate her if I knew about her secrets, so she ran away. I guess me and her are pretty much the same after all. Long story short, we made up. I finally apologized to her.
It's incredible.
Really? I'm surprised you're so excited about it, but I'm glad. Anyway, it's too far to actually visit each other, so we've been sending each other emails back and forth. We even made a promise recently to both go to a high school next year. You know, there's no way I would have been able to call her and apologize before. It's all because of you that I could do it, Akira.
You worked really hard too.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's kinda embarrassing to actually hear you say it, though. Oh, I almost forgot. Kana-chan was really surprised the Phantom Thieves listened to her request. And she'll never know the truth of the matter, though. I finally finished that promise. Get along with Kana-chan. This is really important, so I'm gonna say it again.
Thanks.
Thank you, Akira. Wait a second, I never even said it the first time. I guess that means I'll just have to say it again now. Thank you, Akira. Seriously.
All right.
Is it okay if I ask you for a favor real quick? I mean, I just finished a super old promise. So, can you pat me on the head? Mom used to do it when she was happy with me. Just pat, pat. Can you do it?
That's all?
Alright, bring it on. That was totally different from how my mom used to do it. My heart, my face, feels like they're on fire. Calm down, Futaba. Ew. Looks like that strange outburst is finally over. My heart's still beating real hard, but...
Gosh. Ugh.
But I'm totally good now. And sorry for making you worry. I just remembered, I still have one more promise to do. Being okay without you around.
Can I really do this?
Is that really possible? Meh, I'll find out some other day.
Excuse me.
Peace out. Hey, Akira. Thanks for listening to what I had to say today. So I've been having a lot of fun talking with Kana-chan over the internet. We talk all the time now. We tell each other about what we're doing, what our days are like. Kana-chan said she cried when I reached out to her. When I heard that, I kinda cried a little too. And now I'm getting along with Kana-chan. I'm so glad I cleared that goal.
Want more pats?
What? Don't tease me like that. I might freak out again. Anyway, I just have one more goal to clear. It's like I'm about to face the final boss. Once I beat that, it's game over. Credits roll. I hope you'll stick around until then, Akira. Okay, later.
You're back. EY is available? Cool. We need to make a trip to the Velvet Room. Really? Really?
What are you gonna do today? Now.
Listen closely. The place we wish to evaluate for your rehabilitation is... the castle of your own master, inmate. The individual responsible for your successful rehabilitation in your own world. This is a person of great import. As for your wardens, we would be remiss to forego a meeting with this person. Take us to your master immediately.
Sure.
Let's go, inmate.
Excellent. Let's move out on the double.
Onward, inmate.
What kind of person could your master be? Well, lead the way so we may find out.
Ah, you're back.
Hey, welcome back. Wait, who are those kids?
Are you the master of this place? And thank you for assisting the inmate with his rehabilitation.
Inmate?
Yes, it's all going as planned, in no small part due to your own efforts. We must express our gratitude for that.
Sure. Hey, Akira. What kind of crowd are you running with nowadays exactly? This isn't my choice. Never mind, just forget I said anything. Just stay out of trouble. Well, take a seat. You already eaten? If not, I could bring out some curry for you.
Curry? We haven't a clue what that is, but we will politely accept your offer.
Here you go.
What in the world is this? The rice is slowly being absorbed by this sludge.
Oh, man.
Sludge? Really? Wait, have you really never had this before?
The scent isn't bad at all. In fact, it's rather appetizing. What are these poisonous-looking red chunks along the edge here?
That is a word? Fukujinzuke? It's called Fukujinzuke, however the fuck.
What is that?
It's optional flavoring for your curry. They call it that because of the 7 gods of fortune. The Fukujin.
What?
You chopped up a god to make this? So this is dyed with the blood of a god.
What are these kids going on about? You don't want to know.
This man's a god killer. Now I see how he's able to rein in the inmate. I have high hopes made by
Wow.
I have high hopes for any dish prepared by a godslayer. Let us pay our proper respects and happily eat our sludge.
Look, it's not sludge, alright?
It's so spicy, my mouth is on fire.
Yes.
I agree. But it seems I cannot stop myself.
Spicy, huh?
It's not bad. I think it could stand to be a little sweeter though. I must say, I do feel this curry sludge filling both my body and spirit to burst. Eating this every day would no doubt support your rehabilitation immensely. Be grateful to that godslayer for sheltering you, inmate. If you were going to cross him, we'd chop you up for his next garnish.
I really should get going. I have to get Futaba's dinner ready. If they want coffee, you know how to make it. Okay, shop's yours for the night.
Coffee? I believe that was served at the slave camp as well. Alright, inmate, serve us coffee. Why is everything on the Godslayer's menu so murky? And the smell is not bad, though. It's more satisfying than we'd previously experienced as well. And now for a test sip.
She's not gonna like it. It's gonna be really bitter. Yep. Caroline doesn't seem like the type that would enjoy black coffee.
Yeah, it's bitter. Is this poison?
Are you actually a child? That line just gets you a game over immediately. Like, there is no coming back from that. Caroline will just kill you on the spot. You have milk and sugar.
Yeah, and what are those? I've heard of them both. And supposedly they're magical white-colored additives that can enhance the taste of this inky abomination. I shall demand those additives. Oh, and this powder dissolves immediately no matter how much I add. Almost. A little more. That perfect balance of black and white is almost there. Oh, and there's no more left. I don't believe that I quite reached a perfect harmony of black and white, but there's nothing that can be done now. Now, for the test sip. Ah, it's so sweet. There's an intriguing crunchy texture to it. However, it does have its own unique appeal. Not only did we get to meet the inmate's master in this realm, but we also got to...
Oh. Sorry about that, I'm choking. Ran out of... My throat got dry and I, like, choked over my own words there.
Not only did we get to meet the inmate's master in this realm, but we also got to try some exotic food. As for yourself, this assignment is now complete. Here is your reward.
Wow, that is a shit skill card for you to give me.
Now that I'm thinking about it, the inmate's shown us quite a number of different places, huh? Indeed. We've been able to see some unexpected sides to humans. And this has been a very fulfilling experience for us.
Happy to hear it.
We have no interest in such happiness, inmate. Just rehabilitation. Although you do occasionally forget your station in your excitement, Caroline.
What?
Oh yeah? I could say the same for you. I know you asked our master if we could try to get a jellyfish tank for our room. Don't try to deny it. It appears we're out of time. We must be heading back now.
Hey!
Hey! Don't ask like you can just drop the subject that easily. You're not getting out of this one. And we are wardens, and this is our prisoner. Nothing more, nothing less. However, there is no denying the fact that the inmates' results have exceeded our expectations. For that alone, we would certainly be remiss not to express our appreciation.
Not bad for an inmate.
How is it that I've almost gone through a bottle and a half of water already and I haven't been talking for half a stream?
Yeah, that's high praise coming from us. And show your own appreciation for us, inmate. But this isn't the end of your special assignments. You better not give up on them now. Got it? Let's leave the Godslayer's meal before we leave.
Or let's finish. Okay.
What were they called again?
Kirby.
Kirby and coughing. I believe you mean curdy and comfy. Oh, whatever. It's sludge on a plate and sludge in a cup. Now let's get to it.
After they ate their meals, I escorted the twins back to the Velvet Room.
Hey. Hey.
Futaba.
Welcome back.
Let's hang out. We'll be fine.
All right. Hey, listen.
Kana-chan and I have been sending tons of emails back and forth lately.
Wait, that's not your voice. Your voice is just Morgana's voice pitched down a bit.
She said she wants to move back to, she said she wants to go back to school next year, but she might not have the money. As for me, I'm gonna go back.
You've really matured.
I think I've gained like 50 levels in the past few months, and it's all 'cause of you, Joker.
Wow.
And I mean, I sure hated elementary school, but I met Kana-chan there, so maybe it wasn't all bad. The same goes for high school. Even if I hate it, I know something positive will come from it. But I still have to do the last item on my promise list. Being okay without you around. Honestly, I've been feeling kind of weird lately. My heart's been beating real fast when we're together. Even when we're apart, I can't stop thinking about you.
You okay, Futaba?
Not at all. Not at all. I'm more like, okay, but then again, I feel good too. By the way, can I ask you a favor? It's a pretty big one. Can we skip that last promise?
If you want.
Oh, good. Thanks for not getting mad at me. I just can't be okay without you around. Life doesn't feel the same when you're not with me. I mean, not that, but I don't know. Akira, you're always so nice to me. Kind of like Sojiro is. That makes sense for him, though. I mean, he's basically my dad. But you don't have a reason like that, so why are you so nice to me? Oh, I just thought of a possibility. Am I, the only one you treat like this? Why, Akira?
Because we're teammates.
Teammates. Right. Of course, teammates would want to be nice to each other. It's so obvious. That's gotta be why my heart's always pounding so much. It knows how much I care about my teammates. And you, Akira, my key item.
Alright.
From now on, I'm gonna devote every fiber of my being into supporting you guys.
All right.
It's gonna be great. Oh, teammate, my teammate. Akira joined Futaba's party. Futaba is beaming at Akira. Futaba attacks. Fatal damage to Akira. Wait a sec, that's not what teammates are supposed to do.
Bye now.
Laters. Hey. Akira, there's something I want to talk to you about. When we talked earlier today, you said I'm your teammate, but that's, kind of vague, right? Could you get specific? What kind of teammate am I to you?
Key item.
Seriously? So I fall under your most valuable items, huh? I didn't know that I was that important to you. Good thing I'm your teammate. We've got something special, you know? Like, no matter how far apart we are, our hearts will always be connected.
Sounds of me drinking more water. Sounds of it not helping my throat at all.
Wait, no matter how far apart. So that means... Oh, sorry, I completely spaced out. But yeah, we're gonna be really great teammates. Anyhow, time to make like a tree.
Ah, you're back.
I swear, I'm gonna go to the red light district. The twins are gonna be there. Okay, no, Justine isn't here.
You're alive, yet at the same time you're dead. You have an interesting fate indeed. Well then, what would you like to do today? I've been waiting for you. You won't believe what happened. No, please take a seat.
The thing is...
Recently, my reputation has really started shooting up. A lot of my clients leave happy now, too. I even managed to use my own powers to alter some fates that had once seemed inevitable. I suppose all you really need to change fate is a strong will, like what you have. I wish I could do more, though.
You on break right now, Mifune-kun?
What?
Fugurai-san.
And so, are you the apprentice I've heard so much about? I've been wondering, why are you so interested in Mifune-kun? mind me. I like fortune telling. That's why you volunteered to be an apprentice under her. You must be quite a big fan. That aside, I have to commend your judgment in choosing Mifune-kun. Her fortunes are like a light guiding lost lambs through the unending darkness ahead.
Oh,
By the way, Kurusu-san, this man here is Fukurai-san. He's the chairman of the ADP. Oh right, you don't know about the ADP yet. It stands for...
Assembly of Divine Power. Our goal is to relieve the hearts and minds of today's weary souls via healing events and seminars. We also sell holy stones, the well from which our divine power springs. They're a large part of our business.
Fukurai-san,
That reminds me. Yokoro-kun was telling me that you've been acting a little strange lately. More importantly, it seems you've started falling behind on your holy stone sales quotas. Is everything okay?
Yes. I'll cover the decrease in revenue with my fortune-telling fees. Fukurai-san, I'm not sure how effective these holy stones really are.
Excuse me?
Well...
Do you remember who showed you the way when you arrived here from the countryside, lost and confused? Do you remember who saved you when you were stuck working in a seedy club with no place to turn? It was me. Are you saying you no longer have trust in someone who's done so much for you?
That's not it.
Then enough of this skepticism. Just focus on continuing your role as the Maiden of Relief. Read the futures of those unfortunate souls who come to us, and lead them to salvation with the Holy Stones. Maiden of Relief? That's a nickname. I gave her over at the ADP. Beautiful, don't you think? You don't want things to go back to how they were, do you, Mifune-kun? Don't you remember breaking down in front of me, telling me how everyone called you a monster? If you don't carry your weight as the Madam of Relief, you'll be exactly that. A monster. This guy's sketchy.
Kurusu-san.
Fine. If you want to spend your time fooling around with this child, then go right ahead. But don't forget, Mifune-kun, the ADP is the only place you'll ever belong.
I've never actually worked at a nightclub. I did get tricked into walking into one, though. Anyway, the chairman is known for exaggerating details. You must think I'm weird, huh? Now let's talk about me being a maiden or a monster.
Just Chihaya to me.
What?
Huh? Nobody's ever treated me so nicely before.
But...
And by the way, it was pretty amazing how we stood up to the chairman back there. I never would have been able to talk to him about the Holy Stones had I been alone. But your strength helped me speak up. I need to be strong like you more often.
All right.
Even so, the chairman seems serious about the whole wow. Even so, the chairman seems serious about this whole Holy Stone issue. He'll make me pay a fine if I don't meet my quotas. There's a huge penalty for resigning from my post. I suppose my fate is impossible to change after all. Anyway, I should close up for today.
Until next time.
Good night. Sorry about today. I already know what I must do in order to change my fate. But whenever I face the chairman, I just can't find the courage to say what I needed to.
Be honest with yourself.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Nothing will come of making excuses. I'm the only one who can change my weaknesses. You're so strong, Kurusu-san. I'm going to think about all this a little more. Thank you once again for today. I'll see you next time.
Another campaign car. All the news ever talks about is the election. Administration, the polls, blah, 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 blah.
Hey!
Is Futaba available? Nope. Shit. Haruba's available.
Let's do it. Okay.
Everyone's here.
There's still loads of time left, so make sure you plan carefully.
Huh?
I might be able to... I might be forgetting it. You might be able to do the dungeon itself, but you might have to wait until the last day to do the boss. But I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, on another note, this is where I'm going to go ahead and end. So, exclamation point Discord if you want to join the Discord. Exclamation point socials if you want to check out the VODs channel and my Twitter. I really need to listen to how loud that actually is, because, like, I genuinely have no clue how loud me adjusting my microphone is. It's probably really loud. Sachi is streaming. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. As usual, there's like a 50-50 chance that I stream more of this tomorrow versus more Link to the Past Rando. Depends on how I'm feeling. But anyway, I hope to see you there. I guess have a good one and take care.